step one.
Step one, buy a BMW.
Yeah, pretty much. So this is a 318IS. It's different from a 318i, like very different. The Australian ones especially. It's actually quite a rare car as well. Like all the original parts are there. Like it's got the trunk spoiler. It's even got the mud flaps, the original wheels,
Fog
like
lights.
all the foggies. It's got pop-out rear windows that someone else has fitted. It's in alright condition, but needs some love. So, full restoration spec it is.
Not full restoration. No rotisserie, just needs
Yeah, but I mean,
rolling restoration.
it doesn't need one. Like it doesn't have a spot of rust in it. So,
Yeah, no rust, that's why we bought it.
yeah, it should be deluxe.
Also fire extinguisher for safety.
Always need one. In every car, you should have one. You should also have pop-out rear windows because they're fucking dope.
And should have quad headlights because race car.
Yeah. And it should be a BMW because driving purity and pleasure.
Yeah, because balanced and linear
Most
power
balanced
delivery.
car, linear power.
Delivery, boys.
The best car ever made. Especially this.
Mathos loves it, man.
Best. Oh, yeah. Alright. Let's get it done. Alrighty. Let's do some work on it. Doing the mess under the intake. There's like a bunch of vacuum lines and shit. And all those underneath there is a giant clusterfuck that BMW shouldn't have done. That's all getting deleted and changed around. We're doing trim restoration on the stuff that's not on the car. As you can see, it's over here like super faded and shitty looking. So it's gonna get all trim restored and stuff like that. First up was airbox off. As you can see, it's like 2 bolts and the whole thing just comes out really easy. Next is the intake manifold. So I've got one there, one down the side off. All of those ones off as well. And it's like loose. So we just rip it out. Yeah, boy. Alright, manifolds are off. So the offending item is this thing here. So you got idle control valve, that ends the PCV, there's that and that which go to the throttle body heater. That end goes to the head and that end dumps into the plastic pipe thing which we're changing as well. Now the issue, as you can see, shit like that, it's just throughout the whole system. It's such a dumb idea. Alex has been doing
Trim restoring.
this business, as you can see, before, after. So they're really faded, but they're less faded now, which is tops. And she'll be good as looking as it should. So what do we actually do? Just like wipe it on?
Clean the surface. Kind of like you're prepping it to start sanding for paint. Just wash it off, let it all dry. And then I'm using Turtle Trim Restorer, which is pretty G. I've used it on a few things before. So it gives you like this applicator pad, cut it in half so you get like the nice flat edge. And then you just sort of go over the surface with a pretty heavy coat. It's best to do it in the sun so it gets absorbed nice and quick, which has now disappeared. And that's pretty much it. And little tip is use a small screwdriver to get in tight spots. I like to put the applicator in and then just sort of use the end of the screwdriver so you get all the edges inside, because if you just did a face it'll make it look even worse. So yeah.
That's it. And you don't paint it because the finish ends up different from factory and it's just incorrect. I painted some of mine when I did it, but it just didn't look correct. So yeah, would not recommend. Restore it instead, or use peanut butter because the oil in that works. A little background about the 318IS as well, while we're in the middle of things. The 318i is like the economy, like single cam shit one. 318IS, S is sport, or like Sportung or some shit, I don't know. But basically it came with a different engine than the 318i, in Australia at least. It got twin cam 1.8 that made 100 and not much horsepower, but is bags of fun to drive. Like revs to the moon. It's just heaps and heaps of fun. It also got extra stuff, like this front lip is different as well. The bumper was painted on the normal ones, that's just like the same plastic as that. Got the 14 by 6.5 inch basket weaves. It got plaid sports seats front and back, different door cards, black roof lining, grey carpets. It got sports steering wheel. This one isn't original, but it has a sports steering wheel. It got this little trunk spoiler thing that's painted as well. Yeah, and it also got the different suspension as well. It got sway bars from the 325i. It got lower springs and shocks and stiffer than the standard 318i as well. It got heaps of stuff that was just a different car basically. So in terms of hierarchy, it went like 318i, 320, 323i, 325i, 318IS, 325IS, M3, not counting all the special editions like the Safa 333Is and stuff. But pretty much, I reckon it's the most fun to drive short of an M3 because it's only got a 4-cylinder in the front, so the weight balance is perfect. Like, it's so quick and fun to turn in to corners with it, and you can just absolutely throw it around. It's fun. Just fun. While we're in here, we're going to replace that plastic coolant flange pipe thing, because that cracks really, really often. A brand new one from Run Auto Parts. Part number there. It's like an easy thing to change now while the manifold's off. Old coolant flange is out. Turns out it was just the right time because that snapped off. Once that happens, it just pisses coolant out. Yeah, there's a bit of it on the floor. She'll be right. We'll live. New one to get it on. How it's got that rubber O-ring. You actually have to lube it up with, of all things, Vaseline. Advertisement for that. Big shout out.
So here's the front trims now. Hopefully you can see that. They came up really nice. Did like 2 or 3 coats. Polished up the kidney grill chromes as well with some Autosol. So it's chipping and fading a little bit on the corners and stuff, but you know, it's 26 years old. What do you expect? Just doing the wipers as well now. They're coming up pretty good. And then I'll probably move on to the front bumper. So this is Tomo's new creation for the ISEV.
It's fucking deluxe,
it's,
bro.
It's pretty lit.
Cobbled together out of whatever shit we can find in the parts box.
Yeah, glad we went to Bunnings.
Look, she's getting the job done.
Yeah.
It's what you really want.
That's right.
Yeah, so I just throw this back together and then the manifold in. We're pretty much good to go.
Lit. Shit's getting close. Back together for the day. And I can go to dinner.
I've done a lot today.
Nathan's done a lot by rocking up. Saying good day.
Moral support.
Moral support, that's right.
Hey, Moe just rocked up. Oi, Moe. Oi, sick front bar, Moe. You going to bloody Summernats, mate? That's fat, bro. That's fat, bro.
Dude,
How are ya?
you get so many looks. Like
Yeah,
some guys
oh really?
turn in the corner,
I wonder why.
Some guys turn in the corner is just like.
So, quick update. I cut another piece of vacuum line to go from the rocker cover back to the intake here. This will probably get pissed off pretty soon for a catch can setup because he's like to spit a bit of oil. In other news, I put the front trims back on, all looking very tidy. And in other news, I made a tea. Alright, time to see if it starts, and then if it does, we'll bleed the cooling system. Ooh, a bit of tractor. Sounds alright. To address the second problem I had when I first test drove this car, I noticed the handbrake would only sort of lock up on the passenger side. So with the handbrake up right now, the other wheel doesn't move at all, but this wheel can do this for some reason. So I'm just gonna pull the wheel off, see if I can adjust the handbrake shoe. Life hack found, guys. You can use your breaker bar to wedge it in the spring perch and hold up your caliper so you don't need to get any wire and tie it around the shock. Fuck yeah, boys. Life hacks. Oh my god.